Runes, thanks for joining us. It's been a really positive week after 2 league wins on the spin, hasn't it?
Yeah, to go and get back-to-back wins and, especially on Tuesday night, to go away from home, get 3 points with a clean sheet and put the performance in we did was, a pleasing week. And, now it's on to the next one. Now as we know, it's a relentless league, and now we're looking forward to South Shields.
Like I said, just raring to go now again on Saturday. The league leaders obviously in town. No doubt that'll be another tough test, won't it?
Yeah, of course. Listen, they're at the top of the league for a reason. They're a good side. I think they've shown that early on in the season, and unbeaten. So it's going to be a tough challenge for us, but one we're relishing and one me and the staff and all the players are looking forward to. And I'm sure the fans will be right behind us again Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a tough challenge and one I'm looking forward to.
I'm sure they've been encouraged by recent performances and results as well. How important is it going into a game like this that we have the momentum that we've built over the last couple of games?
Yeah, it's stuff we spoke about before it, and before the weekend game and Tuesday's game is we get back-to-back wins. We can go and bounce into that with a load of confidence, and we've managed to do that. And I think you can see that in the changing room with the lads and that, and you can see stuff starting to click on the pitch. People starting to get certain relationships on the pitch, and I think we've seen that over the last 2 games, which is pleasing for me. So now it's one I'm looking forward to and can't wait for Saturday.
I was going to say, do you prepare any differently for this? But obviously you've only had 1 training session this week as a result of the Leamington game on Tuesday. Obviously 2 completely different formats, but would you say game scenario is just as good preparation-wise as a training session?
Listen, it's different opposition, so you want to prepare in different ways, but one thing that I do want to be confident going into it, and as you say, we only had 1 training session, we only train on Tuesday, Thursday, so it's one of them at the minute is we've got to manage the lads as well and to go, they're not doing too much, and so it's getting the right balance, which I think you've seen probably team selection today. We tried to freshen up with a few fresh faces in there who have fresh legs, so it's one of them just managing it and looking after the lads as well so they're not getting too much workload, and so just trying to balance that and get it right. But we've been on the grass this morning, lads are in good spirits and ready to go again.
We've said it before, but especially at home, although our form hasn't quite been what it has been in previous seasons, you'd like to think with a full house we could give anyone a game here, wouldn't you?
No, 100%. Listen, this is the toughest league since the club's reformed. The toughest league I've been in, and I think the fans are realising that as well. And so it's one of them. We're not going to have our own way every week. We hope we can. That's the aim. But it's a tough league, and people throw different challenges at you. You look at us the first half of the day, you see Leamington come back out and they'd be a little bit more set up, a little bit better, and they'd be tougher to break down. And there's been different games where we have dominated the ball. I think for a large part in most games, I think we have. I think they're probably the only Merthyr for 1 half where we were probably really disappointed with how we played. But other than that, we have played some really good football, and I'm starting to see the lads now knowing when to manage the game, knowing when to speed the game, knowing when to speed the game back up, and later on in games being able to see a game out when you're winning the game 1-0, same as Leamington the other day and Cairns and Aston on Saturday when we're leading by 1 goal. So they're starting to show a little bit more maturity in the performances as well, which is pleasing.
And I'm sure, I think it'd be fair to say that it'd be a bit of a statement if you were to win that game on Saturday, obviously them being the top of the league, and hopefully you'd get to progress towards where they are now as well by doing so. Yeah.
Listen, we're not going to be going into Saturday thinking we can't get nothing. We've seen this league before, it's everyone beats everyone, and I'm half pleased that they're coming here on Saturday unbeaten. I suppose it's a challenge for us to go and give them the first loss, and that's something we want to do. Is it going to be easy for us? No, it's going to be tough, but we all need to be at it, and I think over the last couple of weeks I think we have been. So we go again Saturday and try and get the 3 points.
You've also added young Max Waltman to the ranks since we last spoke too. You must be glad to have him as an option going into Saturday, and albeit a big game to throw him into, I'm sure if called upon he'd be ready to go. Yeah,
he's playing well, and I think the 2 games he has been involved in they just haven't probably been the right circumstances to get him on. We've been holding on to results later on, and he's a more of attacking minded player. So, but he's been training really well. Looked sharp again this morning. So we were pleased to bring him in and just getting him some game time and getting him into the right game where chasing a goal or like the other day, Leamington would have been ideal if we put our chances when we could have got him on earlier. to show us what he had. He showed us bits in training and we look sharp. It's getting him out there now on a Saturday afternoon and seeing what he's really made of.
You've also got Josh Kay back from suspension available to you, another bonus in terms of numbers and another headache for you in terms of team selection, but also a nice problem to have.
Yeah, listen, nice problem. You know what Josh is. He's a top player. It's good to have him back from suspension. You know, he was stupid on the day, but listen, that's in the past now. There's nothing we can do about that. But going forward, you know, he's back Saturday, so we're pleased to have him back round. You know, he's a good character around the group. But most importantly, he's a good player, and to have good players and to give me that headache is good. And when we're sitting there picking a team and you're like, how do we leave him out, how do we leave him out? It's a good headache to have rather than being on bare bones and you're just about putting 11 out. So, you know, it's a good headache for me to have, and we're still undecided on team selection for Saturday, but, you know, I'm sure Josh will be in around it.
And of course we'll have our home support right behind us, which we'll need as much as ever, won't we?
Yeah, and I just want to give them a big shout out for Tuesday night. They're coming in numbers again, they're outstanding again, and you know, people don't realise travelling that way on a Tuesday night, you know, it's spending their own hard-earned money, you know, I think our lads in here see it, but you know, we're just going to give them a big shout out. It's, you know, when we're at home, we know what we're going to get out of them, and to see them following us away the way they have has been incredible, so hopefully they get right behind us Saturday as well.